That's right.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time and talk lots of stuff. And we're gonna tell you all about how to be a dad if you're
Yes.
gay.
If you're gay.
Yeah.
Did that go gay at the end? I would like to give the gays some advice. Stop.
Fucking cut it out.
Enough.
Cut it out, cut it off. Cut it out or cut it off.
Yeah, cut it off.
That's what my dad used to say.
Did he?
No.
Your dad, Carlo.
Yeah.
Carlo Angelone.
Yeah. What's this all about?
What?
Are you doxing my father? Are you going
What's
to give his
doxing?
address?
No.
mean,
Why? You don't want your father to be...
Hounded by the insane fans of our hit podcast.
Oh, yeah, the rabbit.
We met some of the fans this evening.
There was some of the fans in.
Well, you met them. I performed to them and left.
You did, yeah. I did my solo show.
Yes, and I opened.
You did?
Which was good fun.
Yeah.
And it was a good crowd in. And I kind of, there seemed to be some podcast fans in.
There was, yeah. There was someone came up to me after in the bar and they were like, you know what, Mike, you make that pod. You make that. You shouldn't have even had an opener tonight. Should have been just you.
Yeah, you didn't have the balls.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't have balls. No.
Oh,
I
I have agents coming to see me, Vittorio. Will you open for me?
Well, I didn't frame it like that, did I? I didn't say, like, I have agents coming, so I need you to open. No, I didn't. There was agents coming and I would like you to open. It wasn't cause
It was a
they
nice
were coming.
kindness of you. It was thank you for having
I
me.
bloody gave you, yeah. Well, now you're not getting paid now.
Was I supposed to be?
I would have given you.
No, don't worry
a
about
pack
that.
of
As long
crisps.
as my bus is covered, I'm happy enough. As long as my bus is covered,
Did you
I'm
get a
happy
bus
enough.
down? Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
Got a bus there, got a bus back, hopped off the bus at my favourite kebab shop because it was early enough that I could jump on a...
What's the name of your
jump
favourite
off the
kebab
bus.
shop?
I don't want to be... No.
What? You don't want to dox them?
I would like to give it a shout out, but I don't want it to be busy because I went in one time recently and they were out of chicken doner and they gave me chicken shish instead, which was maybe nicer, but
What's the difference between chicken doner and chicken sheesh?
chicken doner is the
And they were out with that.
the spinny job
And what's the sheesh?
is, on the stick.
Oh, yeah. I
And to
don't
be
like
honest,
that. I don't like that.
But I think it was nicer, but I am creature of habit to such a degree that
You're a creature.
even though the shish kebab was nicer, I think
yeah.
I returned immediately to chicken doner. But the most peculiar thing happened in the kebab shop on the way
Good Lord.
back. And
You're acting like me now, hopping up on the couch and shifting around. Been a bad influence on you.
yeah, I'd watched too much of your comedy this evening. I've become deranged.
I'm not deranged on stage, am I?
It's like
Am I?
do you, that feels like part of your thing.
Is it? Oh, that's not good.
Sometimes you'll do jokes and then you'll just go,
Oh, I do that a lot. I do that a lot. I'll do jokes and then I'll just be mentally ill for a second. Ah! Yeah, no, you're right. I am
the guy in
deranged.
the front row went to the toilet
Yeah.
and you gripped him by the skull.
I did. I did grab him by the skull. Fucking prick. He did it right in the middle of
yeah, quite a
like
really.
just right in the middle of an act out, and he just hops up right in. It's like
He'd no understanding of the 3-act structure of all your jokes.
no, but he didn't have. I don't think he understood where he was even. Like he was just them. There was 4 little fucking cum-filled fuckers up the front,
Fools.
just it's coming out with their ears, just like there was kind of like their dirty fucking t-shirt, like they're wearing the t-shirts that they clean up their cum in, and I didn't need to get this graphic, but that's what they look like.
That is such a
Like-
spot on description
Yeah.
of like just student boys.
Yeah.
And they just seemed gross. And I think we're going to have to get used to that, as that seems to be the listenership of the podcast.
And fuck, don't get me wrong, I love them. Keep coming, but these particular
Keep coming in your
keep coming, you
t-shirts.
little come in your t-shirts, put the t-shirt on, arrive at the show, and leave. And because I don't know if they gave, I don't think they gave money at the end.
I really would be so surprised if they had.
One of them did actually. One of a bigger guy with a
The
fucking
Asian fella?
turtleneck with the Asian guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Shin, I spoke to him.
Was that was Shin?
Yeah, the one Asian guy of the four was called Shin.
And you said the second name was Fane. Very good. I was like, you little cunt, you're only up here 10 minutes. You've got like 2 clips. I'm like, this sickens me. You've got more out of this than I did. That's 200k. 200k on TikTok. Easy. Your little Shin Venjo was furious. This is about me. No, I don't want that. If you're going to do crowd work, I want it to be fucking poor.
I wouldn't have. I don't normally do crowd work for people unless there's people chit-chatting.
They were, yeah. They were chatty Cathy's up the front. They were little.
Or I'll make fun of your name.
Lindas
you
up the front.
Asian fool.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have said it. If he looked like an Asian Adam Driver. That's what I felt.
I feel like he had more of a responsibility to stop Asian hate because he was being so hateable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Some of the responsibility lies with Asian people.
Big time. Well, their hands are certainly not clean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know. All I can say is Jackie Chan is sick. After that, a lot of question marks.
So you think they're writing this?
What? No.
Just a lot of question
No. I think you're thinking like kind of like hieroglyphics or something. No, I don't think that.
Big question mark over the Chinese for me. Oh, that's his name.
What? What's his name?
The question mark is his name. So that could be right. I see what you're saying. I fully understand, and I'm still not on board. Do you know what I mean? It's not a matter of not getting it. Oh, kebab.
Oh, fucking.
I haven't finished my peculiar kebab story.
Go on about it. Yeah.
So I walk in because I'll hop off the bus, and then basically the little challenge is to order and get your kebab because it's right beside the bus stop, but it's like loads of stops before my house. Yeah. But if you can get in, grab your kebab, and then just get on the next bus that goes by,
sick.
Then you've lost minimal time.
Yeah.
And you're just like, boom, I've got a kebab now, and then you eat it on the bus. I walk in. And I go, hey man, how's it going? He's like, oh, nice to see you. And I was like, oh. But sometimes they just say that. Sometimes they pretend they recognize you, but they don't.
Yeah.
And he goes, chicken doner wrap, all salad, chili, garlic sauce. And I was like, yeah. And he goes,
whoa.
I have one ready for you, boss. And I was like,
fuck me. Hard as a rock.
No.
So sick.
What is this? And he just
lad.
straight away, bang, bang.
Buzzing.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I think what might have happened is there was a family ordering, and I think he might have fucked up one of their things, and he took a swing. That's what I wanted.
You think it was a swing?
I think that was the name of the Chinese.
I knew there was a name joke coming when I said swing. It's like waving a red flag at a bull. Saying anything that's even in the realm of fucking Asian to you. There's a gag coming. So he says he takes a swing.
It was already made.
It was already made.
I don't go there every night.
Yeah.
I don't go there every Monday.
Yeah.
I go there every so often. So unless every night this poor kebab shop owner is making my order.
Do you deal with this lad specifically when you go in?
No, it wasn't him last time.
Wow.
This is why I think it was...
You think it was luck?
Come Long Swing.
Right. It was Come Long Swing. I forgot about Come Long. Yeah. That we if we're going to get an intern, we're going to call them Come Long.
Well, somebody posted on Instagram.
Long full of cum. Someone called me King Chug Mike on Instagram.
Yeah.
I like that.
Maybe you're going to have to start... Did you chug a pint at the end of the show?
No, man. Sure, I'm off the booze. I'm a fucking...
Yes, how's that going for you?
Oh, it's fucking boring. Like,
anytime I ask a sincere question, I think that's when I sound my most autistic.
Yeah.
Did you hear the way I just said that?
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's it. When you stop being sneery and kind of like that, you know, and you're trying to, you know, I'll be human actually on this one. And then it does, and it sounds... Here's
my problem. Everyone believes me when I'm joking, and no one believes me when I'm being sincere.
That's right. Nobody knows when you're joking.
But it's always wrong.
Because when you're on stage, you have to be on stage. Because when you're on stage,
obviously joking.
It says comedy club in the background, so people are like, he must be joking.
Yeah.
But in real life, you don't sell it at all.
I need to have a wall taped to my back that says comedy club.
Absolutely. and just someone giving you the light in real life, like just like you've got 1 minute left and you've got to leave this party. So I was going to say to you that I had a thing right with I got myself into a relationship with a chipper in Edinburgh that is kind of similar to this.
You knew the folks; they were looking after you well.
So this is kind of like along the lines of fucking, we've talked about before, but like, you know, I'm like, everyone's my father kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. But so anyway, I was going to this place, Castle Rock Cafe in fucking Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And I was getting a battered haggis supper. I was doing this like every day. It's so good. It's the best tasting food. Like it's just fucking mouth orgasm going down. Battered haggis.
Haggis is brilliant.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Can we discuss the fact that haggis, like when you're a kid, gets such a bad rap of like it's like as like a little like meme of like that's a gross
That's
food.
right.
Like haggis.
Yeah.
And then I remember like somebody offering me haggis and they were even like, and you're like, no, I don't fucking want
Yeah.
it. But then the first time someone actually convinces you to eat it, you're like, wait.
It's sick.
This is like
White pudding, black pudding, mix it together, put some fucking cum in there. Like good cum, tasty cum.
I had like a 2-week period in my first year of uni where me and my Glaswegian friend Luke would like just eat haggis, everything.
Yeah.
Just haggis with pasta. We had haggis fajitas.
Yeah.
We had haggis quesadillas.
Heaven.
Just a
You're
fucking
in heaven.
class. I just don't know. Maybe it's that like, you know, the crunchy nut thing of like, oh, you wouldn't like it.
Right.
You wouldn't like it. You're not.
Oh, you think they're hogging the haggis? The Scots are hogging the haggis.
But I don't think there's like a...
There is a greed up there. There's a greed in Scotland. You can feel the biggest cocaine users in Europe. The Scottish.
very individualistic.
They're
Biggest cocaine users but highest incidence of like obesity. That's an impressive mix.
Because even the coke, they don't feel hungry, but they're just, the gluttony fucking transcends physical desire, and they're just like fucking, I have no hunger because I'm on coke, but guess what? It's still going in there.
Get in my belly.
You motherfucker. Right. But so anyway, battered haggis. I'm going into this place, Castle Rock Cafe.
Yes, go on,
and
go on,
I'm
go on.
getting a battered haggis supper. So I get battered haggis chips, and they're good chips. Fucking potato cut.
Thicker.
Oh, thick as a fucking, you know, Asian woman's. No, that's not thick.
I think Thai woman's cock.
A Thai woman's. Thick as a Thai woman's cock. Yeah. God, that's fucking absolutely thick as a. Yes. So anyway, the chips are thick. The haggis is unbelievable, and then you get a garlic dip with it, really high quality garlic dip, can of Coke, unreal. I was getting it there. I started getting it every day. I kind of like treating myself after the shows or before the shows, and I love it so much. But I started feeling bad. I felt I was kind of going a bit deaf in one ear, and I was like, you know, like I felt the oncoming like stroke.
Too much.
My face was like
you were
getting
becoming
very,
Scottish.
Yeah, I
Started breaking out in freckles.
That's right.
Started rolling your arse.
Rule my arse. I can't rule my arse really.
That fella Luke in the oh yeah, we discussed you can't roll your R's when we were speaking Spanish.
I just go
Yeah, I mean,
and that ain't that. You could do it, can you? Oh, fuck
Italian
off.
baby.
Yeah, that's
but
nice.
my friend Luke, we were in first year of uni again.
Yeah.
And you had the first project you're a part of is you're part of a choir on the course we did. And we were singing Verdi's Requiem. Which you will.
Story's so lame so far. It might get better, but it's so lame so far. I just want to say that because I feel everyone's thinking that.
But Verdi's Requiem is one of those classical music pieces that everybody has heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You will have heard it.
Oh man,
You will have heard
I
it.
felt I just saw all the evil of man in your face there. I felt like that was like, what was that guy? There was one. I think it was Wagner or one of the ones.
Very anti-Semitic.
Very anti-Semitic.
Wagner, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head.
And I felt
Him and Walt
the spirit
Disney.
of Wagner there.
Him and Walt Disney.
Yeah.
But this was Verdi. Verdi was a good Italian man. They never.
Verdi was sound.
I think so.
Ran
Yeah.
a pizzeria. No,
I believe so. Yeah. There was a French horn player who ran a cheese shop.
go away.
But that's a different story.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck.
don't know much about it, but anytime the French horn players played this certain piece, they would always have to. You'd had to like introduce the piece before you played it at this like performance platform, and all the French horn players had basically all looked at the same Wikipedia page before they played this piece, and it became like a running joke that you had to mention the cheese shop if you performed this guy's music.
All right.
Anyway, we were performing Verdi's Requiem, and the choir director, a very, very posh English man called David. And David was very, very funny because he was very racist.
I don't
Very,
like them.
very racist. But he would say something incredibly racist, and then he would go, well, my wife's Japanese, so. That was his excuse for everything. He'd be like, the thing about black people is they're fighting amongst themselves. My wife's Japanese.
Black on black crimes, well, they're killing themselves. But my wife is actually from the Orient, so I suppose I'm scot-free.
And then he did this very strange thing where he would say something bad, and then he would go, oh, and he would slap.
He'd slap him.
Oh, he would slap his own.
I've murdered 3 young Indian chaps. Whoa.
My wife's Japanese.
Yes. I actually thought Hiroshima and Nagasaki were wonderful pieces of cinema if you saw them from the top. But my wife, of course, is Japanese.
Ah, she's got her eye on me, and her other eye on me, and her other eye also on me. She lived there. Oh.
Right.
Anyway.
So big racist old Englishman. Who would have
David,
thought? Big left turn.
Yeah. And he taught me kodai, which is a method of kind of learning how to musicianship.
Yeah.
Where you use the do re mi fa sol la ti do to sing a whole song, so you don't just do it in order. So you use it to sing every note of a song.
Right.
So you go like mi mi re do mi so la so mi so.
You might as well be speaking Japanese to me, lad.
Well,
right now.
I think it is. Well, it's Hungarian, actually, that school of thought comes from. Anyway,
I'm just going to say,
so
far, this has been your lamest episode so far.
That is really funny because the method is called the so far method.
Really?
So for you to say it's lame by saying so far it's been lame is actually a very good pun that you accidentally just did.
But mate, could we say I did it on purpose?
Yeah.
Then I did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
I did it right. That sounds smart. Smart and talented. My brain's working well and I'm not sick.
But he was convincing everybody to roll their R's because we were singing in Italian. He was like, you must remember to roll your R's. And Luke turns to me, and I didn't know him very well at this point. He's a very Glaswegian, very turn. He goes, how do you not roll your R's? I was just fucking folded in half laughing. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. Just like in the middle of this really serious rehearsal. How do you not? Because he was just like, I just do roll them. That's just what happens.
There's something about the roll that creeps me out, lad. There is something about that
You
Scottish
don't trust
roll.
it?
That Scottish roll is fucking. It's just.
I think they're all faking it.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's like, stop it. You're not Spanish. Do you know what I mean?
You're the antithesis
Shut
of
up.
Spain.
You're fat cocaine addicts. Enough with the rolling of the R's. You think that's going to get you out of trouble? They think if they roll their R's, we're going to be like, oh, they're doing well up there, aren't
That's
they?
what there's. Geez, those English people are very, very bad for all that slavery they did. And everyone goes, why is that street called Jamaica Street? And they go,
They just fly away. But so these guys,
haggis. Yes, you were in every day
so
getting
I'm
the
in
deep fried haggis and chips.
and I'm starting to not feel well, right? So I decide, right, so here's my fucking thing. I'm going to go back in there one more time, and that's it. The end. I'm not going back into this chipper anymore. I'm going to start eating healthy. I need to feel better, right? So I go in anyway. I get my fucking stuff, the haggis supper. I head out. It's lashing rain. As I'm walking away, I just hear behind me. I just hear, "Aye, aye, aye." I look behind me. The outlet from the chipper is legging after me. Now it's pissing rain, and in my mind, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, part of me is like, "Did he sense that was my final time? Is that like, could he feel it? And is he coming to offer
saw the
me
resolve
like,
within
we'll
yourself?
give you more haggis, we'll give you like with a deal." So I was just like, what's he doing? So anyway, he rides up to me and he's panting, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Oh, you're right, lad." And he just goes, "You forgot your phone." And he just pulls out like the phone, right? And I was like, Jesus. And he was just standing there in front of me. I swear to God, lad, this old Scottish man, and there was just rain just washing the grease off his old Scottish head, and he had these like kind big eyes like a whale, you know. And I swear it was the most romantic moment of my life. And I didn't even like, it wasn't even like that he would have wanted it or should, but like part in my head I was like, should I kiss him? I'm not gonna.
You didn't kiss. He was too greasy to kiss.
But
couldn't get a hold of him.
Is that what he deserves? So anyway, it just felt like this beautiful moment. So then anyway, he goes, he gives me his phone. I goes, oh, thanks, man. I was like, what's your name? He's like, my name's Kevin. And then I was like, oh, I'm Mike, right? And we shake hands, and then he just stays standing there, and it's just in the rain, and I kind of confused. I don't know what. So I panic, and I just say, oh, do you want to come? I live very close by. Do you want to come for a few biscuits in my house, because it was literally just down the road. He said, no, Mike, I gotta go work in the day. I was like, oh yeah, no, I thought you did. And then I was like, thank God I didn't even have any biscuits. I would have had nothing.
You'd have nothing to give him.
I would have had nothing. I would have just had to give him some of his own chips, which would have been.
And he knows where they've been.
He knows where they've been, up his fucking hole.
And did you feel some kind of obligation to go back there every day after his kindness?
Well, so this is what happens, right? This is what happens. I have to walk past there on the way to my venue every day. So the next day, I'm like, I don't want to get. I'm sick of haggis. Like
he
I said,
steeled himself. He is prepared to not have chips and haggis.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm like, I shall not indulge in the beautiful delicacies that is haggis, the guts of sheep. I shall not do it. No, you shall not. And I turned, what?
No, you shall not.
No, you shall not.
Scottish. No, you shall not.
No, you shall not. Oh, yeah. And I left. But I was resolved. I was like, I'm not getting fucking any more of this haggis. I can't.
Your willpower won.
Honestly, I was going a bit blind, deaf. My hair was starting to fall out. So,
now, do you think that had anything to do with you doing 3 shows, flowering all of them and doing all of them?
And the cocaine, don't forget that. Don't forget the cocaine.
Mike's just there like, it's the haggis.
Yeah.
It must be the haggis. I'm running myself into the ground, but it's the haggis.
Exactly. I'll be honest, what I was doing in Edinburgh was utter lunacy. But, so, I'm going past, and now, the problem is now they know my name. I swear to God, I was walking past the chipper, and I just hear, Oi, Mike! Oi, Mike! The owl lad,
Kevin,
is hanging out of the window of the chipper like a dog in the car, just going, Oi, Mike! I goes, all right. I go, Kevin, and he just goes, did you remember your phone? Did you remember your phone? And I was like, yeah. Just remember you forgot your phone yesterday. And I was like, yeah, the clue is yesterday. You know what I mean? You think I've forgotten? And he goes, Mike, we've got haggis in there today. I was like, does he think I forget what they sell?
No, he's emotionally manipulating you.
But then I'm like, the only way he should be shouting is if they've changed their business plan. Like if he's just like, we're in renewable energies now.
Yeah, business as usual. Here, Mike. Business as usual. Business. See, yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
More of that. Yeah. What about that? More of that. Aye, fucking right,
He
mate.
should have only been like shouting if we've gotten into IT. It's like,
Well, fix your phone. Well, fix your phone.
Fix your phone now. You wouldn't believe it. In 24 hours.
I'll fix your phone. I'll fuck your mum. What about that?
So I says, right, look, I'm going to go in. And I'm just going to go say to you, look, thanks for yesterday, blah, blah. I'd already eaten. I was like, I'm not going to get food. I'll just go in and say, look, down for the phone thing yesterday. You go back.
You can't go into a chippy and not eat.
But lad, as soon as I go in, it was like you with your man. He just goes, haggis supper, garlic dip, can of coke, ring it up is for Mike, right? Now he has these all little minions like the gring knots fucking lads. So we're just fucking
lumba,
yeah.
He's got another haggis for you.
For you. So these little lumpas are gone to make my fucking
from the
haggis
Highlands.
supper. And I goes, Kev, no, lad. And they're just like, oh, go on, yeah. Because what he was really saying there is, I know your name, I know your order, I know you. I'm your real daddy.
Right.
I'm your real daddy.
And he played you at your...
So then I get the fucking stuff on it. I'm leaving. He just goes, we'll see you tomorrow, Mike. I'm like, tomorrow? I'm being rostered.
No.
I'm being rostered to come in. So the next day I'm going up past, and I'm like, I swear to God, I'm like, I don't want any. I don't feel good. Again, in my head, I've not connected that cocaine isn't a health food. So I'm like...
It's not Huel.
Yeah.
I'm not snorting white Huel every day.
Yeah. So I'm walking up, but then this is what I do as well. I catastrophize. So there, in my head, I'm like, I don't want to go in there. But now, in my head, they're expecting me. So the way I think is like, if I don't go in, it's going to be like Kevin's going to be standing there, and one of the guys is going to be like, "Oh, Kevin, they might come in today," and Kevin's going to be like, "Oh no,"
and he'll just kill himself.
He's just going to stick his head in the fryer, lad.
No, mate.
Yeah, just fucking batter his own head. And next time I come into the chipper, they'll serve me his battered head, and they'll be like, "He wouldn't want you to have it, mate.
You deserve.
He wouldn't want you to have it.
As his guts.
Yeah.
As fucking Stephen Haggis.
That's right." And then I'm fucking there eating the old battered brains of a Scottish man just to be polite. So I just kept fucking... And then that's all I want. That's all I don't want. I get a taste for that. And now I'm a fucking...
You're a zombie.
A zombie cannibal who all he wants is old Scottish men's brains, and then I start fucking them as well. For no reason. There's no connection, but, you know, man, his needs, you know. But, so I just kept going in every day. And I suppose maybe I was manipulated.
You were
way.
Completely. He fucking Andrew Tated the fuck out of you.
Was that a Tate thing? Did he do a Tate thing?
Listen, he pickpocketed you. He artful Dodger Tated you. He amalgamated all the great minds of our day. The Artful Dodger, Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson.
Are they the big
that
three?
Black guy that calls women ugly. Have you seen him?
No, who's he? I like the sound of this guy. This is someone I think I could get on board with.
He wears a tie and a white collared shirt that's blue.
No. And what does he do? He's just like...
Blue shirt, white collar? You know a blue shirt, white collar?
What does that mean?
Like proper like... it's got like white cuffs.
Yeah.
Blue, but then the collar and cuffs are white. Contrast cuffs and collars, I think it's called.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
But
is he a boss?
I don't know. It's pretty weird. He does this like phone-in talk show where women phone up and go, "I can't find any good man to fucking be my husband." And he goes, "Now, hold on a second right now. What do you do for a living?" She goes, "I work at the benefits office." And he goes, "What do you do at the benefits?" And she goes, "I sign on for benefits." And they're all just fucking the worst people ever. And he goes, "Now, why would a man of value be interested in you?"
Oh.
And they're like, "'Cause I'm a 10. And he said, "The likelihood of you being a 10 is very, very..." And then they send in pictures and he goes, 6. He fully just goosh, and they keep phoning in. It's fucking wild. I can't remember his name, but that's his career.
Yeah.
It's just being like, "You're ugly."
And people are loving it.
It seems to be because men are going, "Yeah, they are." Make them insecure so I can fuck them.
But are women then, because women then might think, "I'll be the one that he says is fucking hot. So I'll, because they'll feel."
Yeah, because they always
I'll be
think
the
they're
one.
the exception and there's just no way. I saw a funny clip and it like, again, these are not good clips that I'm watching. I know my algorithm's damaged beyond repair, but a clip popped up on Twitter today and it was this podcast and there was these 2 female guests on it. And they were like, "Well, we're both 10s. And then the host of the podcast was like, "I've got some makeup wipes here. Do you want to remove your makeup and answer that question again?" And they're both just like,
That was a nasty move out of him.
it's a real nasty
That's a
move.
real nasty move out of him.
But it did. They were both like, "Oh, we've been rumbled."
Do you know what? And I'm going to say it here now. I think that women are more beautiful without makeup.
Yeah.
No, but I genuinely, and I know it's such a lame thing to say because it sounds like I'm just being a little
What
fucking
Mike's
slug.
saying is you're all wasting your time and you're stupid.
I suppose that is what I'm saying. I suppose that is if you boil it right down to it. But it is a bit
Like cut through your misogyny like a knife through misogyny.
like a knife through misogyny, thick misogyny. But I do think like why are you like, do you know what I mean? Like I do think a lot of girls look better. I mean, I'm not fucking reinventing the wheel with this statement, but like in Ireland, we have a problem in Ireland.
Oh,
with
it's
the makeup.
caked on.
It's insane.
It's caked on the eyelashes and the fucking...
Like if they stand too close to a candle, they're fucked. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just up in flames.
But it
like
doesn't.
the Hindenburg.
But it looks. They look like Oompa Loompa, those little Scottish Oompa Loompas. Like
Well, but then it's also like, who are they doing it for? But there are fellas who really like super dolled up women.
Yeah.
And they're quite dolled up now. It's not dolled up fellas now.
There is those.
With the fucking eyebrows done and shaped and they've got fake tan and they've got all the fucking...
Anytime I see them, I assume that they have brain damage. And I'll be honest, and I know that may not be fair, but I assume you're the dumbest man alive. If I see that, like the eyebrows and the things, and maybe you've got something to say for yourself. Maybe you've read Dostoevsky. Maybe you are going to quote Nietzsche at some stage, and I've got the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
But you look like a fucking idiot.
And is that for, because I do judge straight guys who wear makeup much more harshly than gay guys who wear makeup.
Yeah, it's the straight guys. I think every single gay person is a legend.
Yes, good lads and girls all together.
Yeah.
Good, you're just great. I think that's good that you're that.
And speaking of men who I think are fucking idiots, rugby. Ireland won the rugby at the weekend. They did.
Well, what I wanted to say is you've been emotionally manipulated by the owner of a chip shop in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Because he made you feel insecure because he pickpocketed your phone, basically, is what happened.
You think he pickpocketed my phone?
Yeah, to create dependence.
Whoa.
Because now you think you need him. And you feel indebted to him indeterminately. He Davy Jones'd you.
And he sent me pictures of
100 souls.
What's that from?
But SOLE. It's because it's a fish and chip shop. It's from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was going to ask,
Davy
was it?
Jones.
Yeah, well, I know about Davy Jones's Locker, but when you did it, I was like, this is from a stupid franchise movie, because that's all you watch.
100 souls for 100 years.
I think that's
how he talks.
The actor Jeffrey Rush.
Bill Nye.
What was it? Fuck. I don't like you getting one over on me on movies.
Also, you mentioned Nietzsche. You said a funny thing about Nietzsche earlier.
I had a great quote.
Yeah, you quoted Nietzsche earlier.
I did quote Nietzsche
funny.
in the fucking Top Secret Comedy Club like a bouse. I was in the little green room area and I quoted Nietzsche, and I wish it was on camera because it was so sick that I did that.
You know you can just say the Nietzsche quote now.
I'm going to say it right now. So I'm going to tell everyone right now, but it's been teed up. But just know that I do this in the wild as well. In real life.
Flow. He was in a state of flow, and I went, "This will be great."
My synapses were.
But I just wanted to share it with the boys and girls.
Yeah,
there was a lot of women podcast fans at the show.
Oh yeah,
they scare me more on some level.
Sure, men have no time for us. You know that. Yeah, we're too buttery.
Women are kind enough to listen to us.
That's right. We're two buttery weaklings, and so I think some lazies will be listening.
Some lazies, that's what I call them.
You call them
lazies and gentlemen.
Lazies. The work ethic isn't always there, though, is it?
Lazies and gentlemen.
My father has a million ways. He loves calling people lazy, and that's like such a negative to him because he's up at 6 every morning, working man. Yeah. But like, so he would say, likes you now, he would really think you're a waste of space. But even though you do work hard, but not
in a way that he could comprehend.
Yeah, but nothing that he could see as quantifiable work.
He'd be like, "You seem tired," and I go, "Yeah, I work very hard." And he go, "What are you at?" And I go, "I make a lot of these clips. I do the podcast. Yeah. I do stand up quite a lot." He'd be like, "No, what?
Everything you've said there, everything you've said there is fucking just dyke water, just." Pissy dyke water. Everything you've said, but every time.
What's dyke water?
Oh, I don't know, but my father says.
It sounds really offensive.
Yeah, well, it is. Well, it's the water, of course. That
it's lesbians' piss.
No, you've got to come there. It's the water at the end of a dike. Do you know what a dike is? But I'm not saying the water at the end of a lesbian lady. I'm saying the water at the end of a. Do you know what a dike is? Surely you know what a dike.
I know what a dike. It's what Peter put his fingers in.
What?
You know Peter and the dike?
No.
The walls around the Netherlands that keep the floods out.
You're going to have to give me more.
You don't know Peter and the dike?
No, I don't know Peter and the dike.
You know what a dike is, though?
Well, I grew up with dikes.
What do you think a dike is?
My mother's a dike. No, she's not. No, a dike is like a fucking on the side of like a roadway or between fields. It's like a hole, but like a hole that goes fucking lengthways like that. So it's like water goes like it can fill with water.
A moat?
Huh?
A moat?
No, a dike.
A dike is like a wall that stops Dutch places flooding. Yeah, and like it's like prevents flooding basically because it's such a low altitude place. And basically, there's a story of there was a hole in the dike, and this young boy called Peter put his fingers in to plug the hole in the dike, and it stopped the whole town from flooding. And he sat there overnight with his fingers in the dike. And all I can think is the dike would have preferred if it was Paula rather than Peter had his fingers in. But yeah, that is like a folk tale.
Is it?
Yeah. Peter in the dike. But anyway, this is what your dad would say. Dike water. What does that mean?
So dike water. So my father has like. So I think the two worst things that you could be in my father's eyes are lazy or mean. So like tight. Like he thinks like being
means as in like stingy.
Stingy.
Right.
So he would think now being stingy is the apps. So he would like know everyone on our road. Like he'd be like their main is dike water. So what that is just you're very like you're just so tight. But then he'd also say like you're as tight as two coats of paint, or that fella could peel an orange in his pocket. That means you're tight as well.
What is
because you're such dexterity with your because like as in like you're just constantly
because your hands in your pocket. I guess.
Yeah, but you're just do you know what I mean? Like you're constantly shilling with coins, so you could peel an orange in your pocket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And would he be? I don't know if your dad's a pint man, but there's always that thing of like someone who doesn't get around. Then,
so I was thinking about this shit. Like rounds in general are kind of bullshit because they're like organized. It's organized generosity, so it's like I will buy, but it's always just the fucking big time boozy Susie slaps up top and buys 8 pints for everyone. But really, he's not buying 8 pints for everyone. He's buying 8 pints for himself.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Own it, and he should own it.
Yeah. So, and now we're all.
It's obligation. It's not. It's like they basically buy your time.
That's right.
The first one, they go, well, you're here for 8 pints now.
Yeah.
I actually, coming back to the rugby, when I was at the pub watching the rugby the other day, we got into such a strange, because people kept arriving at different times, and different people were like, oh, do you want a pint? Do you want a pint? So there was no round system, but a few pints were owed here and there. And it got to the point where basically what was happening was anytime you went to the bar, you just bought 3 pints, 2 for yourself, and then 1 you were just like, who fucking needs one? And it was just like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And it was great because it didn't have that obligation, but you didn't have to go to the bar all the time because people would just appear and go, fucking pint, and you go,
right,
whatever.
Yeah.
And it was great. But you're not, I get the fucking, it is the obligation of the rounds is shite.
The rounds thing, like, I agree. If you take the round, look, you're in, you got to buy.
But you can't not, if someone comes back with a tray of pints, you can't be like, no.
That's right.
You're in.
You are kind of in. But I tell you what, the fucking German people and Spanish and that, they don't know nothing about this, because I've seen it happen where they're just like, they can't believe it. Oh, thank you for getting me.
Danke. Gracias.
And then
still the German guy.
It's gracias. Guten Tag. But
terrible, I'm dying.
Because I am as well. I'm 6 a dog. But so they'll just take it and they can't believe it's a generosity, because in their head they're like, obviously I don't have to buy it. I didn't ask to be in this. Yeah. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is something quite sluggish, weaselish and unsavory, and we all know the characters who will take and disappear.
Yeah, and just when it's there around.
And that is a rotten man.
Yeah, because they've had 7 pints.
Imagine that man trying to fucking attract a woman. Like, that's the most unattractive characteristic in a human being, is being tight. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not good.
Stinks.
It's not good.
And in Ireland, generosity is so important. That's why I think, but rounds are in the UK as well, but it means that we all have our moment of big time Charlie, Daddy Warbucks.
What do you want? What do you have?
That's right. And we all, when it comes down, everyone thanks you like it wasn't a complete
like it wasn't
obligation.
Like as if you hadn't done it, they wouldn't be like, this fucking prick.
Yeah.
Or literally be like, here, it's your fucking round.
That's right.
They could literally be like, it's your round. You're like, no, I don't think it is. And be like, it's your fucking round. Go buy everyone a pint. Yeah. And then even after that, you could come back with a tray of pints and they'd be like, oh, you fucking legend.
Thanks a million,
Thank you for getting all them pints. That's so fucking kind of you.
We all do the little fucking pony show. Every person that comes out.
It's dressage.
It is. It absolutely is. It's an absolute theatre. It's theatre, the whole lot of it.
Yeah. Pantomime.
But you were at the pantomime. I'm sorry. I was on another train of thought. But even then, how much do you want for pantomime? Do you know what I mean? How much can I give you for that? even if I was fully locked in there? How much can I like really respect myself and give you a lot of credit for pint of mime?
Depends. Is your zipper undone? Yes.
Look, Bar Mitzvah, you hit nailed head a few weeks ago. I gave you your due. I was like, that's great, and I missed it. Pint of mime, even in retrospect, you know.
You don't listen to me ever, do you?
I do. I
just told you your fly's undone, and you just.
All I heard there was, honestly. But it is undone. You're right, and you've probably known for a while. And let me make a cunt of myself.
Well, I just didn't know what to do. What's the etiquette? Can we set a ground rule for the podcast of what happens if someone's zipper's undone? Is mine okay?
Yeah. Let it be undone. Give the fucking viewers a treat.
No, save it for the Patreon. We get our cocks out on the Patreon, by the way.
We do get our cocks out on the Patreon.
And our socks.
Socks and cocks.
I'm dying.
It's like boats and hoes.
Such an aggressive cough. I'm sorry.
You're sick as well. I
think I've caught it over the course of this podcast.
Do you really? There is something I am very fucking transmit. Whatever I have, I transmit.
Yeah, I mean? You're a carrier. Like a plague rat.
Contagion. Oh, so hey.
Can't just say it in a French accent.
Shut up.
And think it
fuck
makes
off.
sense.
Hey, fuck off. Hey, fuck off. Hey, you there. Shut up and fuck off.
Contagion, as if it doesn't just mean anything.
It did. It meant stuff. meant a lot to the people, and it meant a lot to the culture, the African American culture. Now, what I was going to say to you is you're at rugby match, Ireland versus England.
I went to watch it at the pub at the WB Yates in Finsbury Park.
With Protestants.
No, I don't think so.
All right, but you're a rugby boy.
I love rugby. I think it's brilliant.
But do you not think that the people involved stink?
The culture of rugby is largely fucking shit and annoying.
Yeah.
But I came up in a different. I played working class rugby.
I don't like
Which
that.
is so rare and people don't believe it exists.
Happens in Limerick. It's because rugby is like the number one sport there, even though they're fucking killing it at hurling right now as well. But they like everyone plays there.
Yeah, but I just don't like it's. On the face of me, I should hate rugby. Because I'm like, although I am fucking middle class, but I'm like,
you're Protestant adjacent.
I would say so, but it's the deliberate act by my parents to mix us in with them. Yeah, mix us in with them.
Yeah,
we were in the Scouts, rugby.
Fucking classical music. Let's be honest.
That was also they deliberately put us in mixed extracurriculars.
And why was that? Why did you?
Because otherwise you grew up and you just don't meet a fucking Protestant.
But is that not Nirvana? Is that not
just never meeting a Protestant? Is just like. You just transcend.
I've come from a place where it's like literally our neighbour Key Hatton was a Protestant, great man, Boozy Susie, and like I've never had any conflict in my life because we were down in fucking.
But it's so
Tiernan,
so split.
Well,
it's just like you could live a whole life, and because you go to Catholic school,
yeah,
you go to Catholic secondary
in
school,
Belfast,
and if you just play ga. And don't play, and like that's your extracurricular.
Okay.
And maybe you do trad music as your fucking music-y thing. It's just Catholics. So, but anyway, I fucking like rugby. Do you know what I like about rugby? I like the amount that they score.
Yeah, that's nice.
Does that make sense? It's not too frequent. Because that's my frustration with basketball.
It's too frequent, the scoring.
It's not exciting. Like, there's not enough value to each point. When you're scoring over 100 points a game, you're not like, yes! Like, there's a few points over the course of the game where it feels key or like a momentum swing.
Well, like when it gets into the clutch, lad.
Yeah, for the last 5 minutes of a basketball match, it's exciting.
It's back and forth and the movement and the,
I like basketball.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's the downside of basketball to me is it's just like, yeah, they scored again. Yeah, every fucking 24 seconds they just fucking score.
Right.
And then football, it can very often end 0-0. Doesn't happen enough.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay,
So
fine.
You're saying, and rugby is
Rugby has
in-between.
this nice balance of like, it's quite a nice number of scores. Over most games will probably have about 10 scores, and they're all important.
Yeah,
like probably like within every 10 minutes or so, there's something exciting happens.
Ireland's Call, the song.
I'm so conflicted
Written
on
by
it.
Oliver Cromwell.
I'm so conflicted on it. I mean, it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was.
I mean,
It's like if a fucking landlord was a song.
Landlord was a song.
Ireland, fuck off. I don't like it.
But
Shit.
I
Just
know
being
why you
belligerently
think
negative.
that. I know why you think that, and part of me agrees. But then it's on, and I'm excited for the match, and I'm like, I know the words to this one.
You couldn't not know the words. It's the most basic fucking Dora the Explorer lyrics of all time. So,
But I just know them.
together standing.
But then with
tall.
fucking around the vein, I'm just there like Shana Fana foil.
Yeah.
Fiona
Fiona Protestant.
Sweet our slew.
Yeah, and then
I just
That's-
become a scat singer.
That's right.
Squeed a beep a boo. Bow da doo da doo ba doo da doo ba doo da doo ba doo doo ba doo. Keep it going.
That's
Squeed up a day ba doom boo da doom dwee da boo da ba doo you do boo dee bye up a doo skid ba da dee up ba da be bye up around the vein. That's the only ones I know.
lad, that's single-handedly going to make this podcast the biggest podcast
But
in
that's
the UK.
it. But that's just what I. That's just
That
what
was
I,
the most talented thing I've ever seen. You're so talented.
I just start like
was really good.
I just become fucking BB King. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Lad, that was sick. I was mesmerized by that. I was almost.
But
I almost had to look away. I was like, it's too much.
It's hard to get excited about something when you just don't know the words.
Yeah, but
And I've tried to learn them before, and
well, so this is what I'm going to say. This is my beef. This is my beef with rugby, right? I'm going to go into it.
you don't like the. You don't like the. Do you not have any like for Ireland's call?
No, I hate
At
the
all?
song. No, I hate the song. And I liked rugby growing up, watching it. Like Brian O'Driscoll, bod. You know, I'd eat crisps out of his arse. He's a great man.
He replied to me on Twitter once.
Did he?
Yeah. He shared a video of someone like breaking a world record for like mountain climbing or something mad, and I replied, again basically he said like, this person just did this. What did you do with your day? And I replied, because I'd done like a batch of cooking.
Yeah.
I tried to meal prep for the week with these
Yeah.
like bits of pork that I was cooking.
Yeah.
Said I tried to do a meal prep and cook 7 pork steaks for the week, but got overexcited and ate them all. And Brian O'Driscoll replied and went, looks like that fella's not the only one going for a world record. That was like ages and ages and ages ago. I remember being like 18, being like, fuck the Brian O'Driscoll, playing to my fucking 3.
In bod we trust.
He was impressed by how much pork I ate. I have to eat so much pork all the time now, because then he'll love me. I tweeted him every day, pictures of me eating pork.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's ever been. I don't know if anyone's ever been more loved than bod.
Oh, he's brilliant across the board. Have you seen that video about the
And he's gorgeous.
knowledge and wisdom?
What's that?
Someone in a press conference asked him something that he didn't want to answer, and he kind of like looks, that kind of,
Yeah.
for a second, he goes, knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit.
Yeah.
Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. And he just gets up and leaves the press conference. And I was like, yeah, you're the best.
He is the best, yeah, and he's lovely, and his wife is lovely, and they're all great. And their children are wonderful, and they'll achieve a lot in politics and media. But I tell you who I hate. I've actually got some beef.
You got beef?
Can I name the person?
Now, one Irish rugby player follows me on Instagram, so you better not fucking get me in trouble with my Irish rugby player
I'm going
friends.
to change the name for legal reasons. I'm going to call him Tom Spurlong.
Now, why don't you like Tom Spurlong? He's fucking class.
He's the biggest piece of shit of all time. Now, listen to this. So, I was going down to a 21st in a place called New Ross, which is fucking where Tom Spurlong is from. And the 21st was at the rugby club. Now, of course, this rugby club, this is fucking HQ for Spurlong's fucking ego. So we're down there. I get told, we're at the 21st. I get told, Tom Spurlong's here. And he's a bit of a bollocks. I've been told he's a bit of an arrogant bollocks. That I get that information, right? And he's going around there, and he's like a fucking wildebeest, like half a bull. He's kind of throwing old kicks at people and and he's spitting in the ears of children and all sorts of stuff. So he's going around Spurlong and he just right. And anyway, he comes out to the smoking area and I'm there and he has a fag in his mouth, and he shouldn't be smoking. He's a professional athlete. That's the first fucking strike against him. So anyway, he comes out and he asks for a lighter, right? And I says, do you know what I says to myself? People are saying this man's a bollocks and not only a brute and has a head full of fucking cow dung. But I said, I judge people, on their interactions. I'm not going to judge a book by their cover. And they're probably, everyone who has success, people try and knock them down. I said, no. And you know what I said? I'll put out an olive branch to Tom Spurlong here. And I says, here, Tom Spurlong, here's his lighter and friends. We will be, you and I, we shall be.
You said that. Here's his lighter and friends we shall be. And then he was rude to me. Yes, he would be, wouldn't he? Because that's a fucking insane thing to say.
No, I didn't say this.
He got down on one knee. Here is this lighter. Here is the, because you can't roll your R's.
Yeah.
Here is this lighter, and friends we shall be.
Friends we shall be, Spurlong. So listen. So I give him easy now. Easy now, don't go full window liquor on me. Now, so you and your hat as well. Like, there is something about you, like that hat. Like, all you just need is like a lollipop and like
I'm a happy boy.
Certain pair of kind of like shorts, and it's like you're kind of like there is a Make-A-Wish element.
I'm a happy, fun-loving boy who's just happy with his lot in life.
I don't think any of those things are
I'm
true.
content.
I don't know what you are, but it's something that needs
I'm a happy, fun-loving
attention.
Boy.
And care. But so
I just love my life. Isn't that good? High on life.
Do you mean that when you've said that you love your life?
Yeah, it's great.
You do like your life, don't you?
Yeah, it's class.
God, you're upsetting so many people, and I'm at the front of that queue.
Why would that upset people?
I don't know. There is just something though, isn't there, about someone
upset about being a happy, fun-loving boy?
Don't stop this.
What's wrong with being a happy, fun-loving boy?
There's nothing wrong with being. Besides referring to yourself as a boy for one thing.
Boys just want to have fun,
and you have the little hat on, and it's all a bit.
Is this anti-Semitism because my hat's quite far back on my head? You think I'm some kind of Jewish fella?
There is something. It's kind of like a hat that's made out of corduroy or like something.
It is a corduroy hat.
Okay. Well, I've nailed that.
Matches my trousers. Go fuck yourself.
You are a corduroy boy.
Yeah, happy, fun-loving corduroy boy.
Yeah, I mean, I repeat, it's not.
Some people won't like it. It'll strike a chord with some people.
I don't think it's striking a chord with anyone.
Striking a chord here and here.
I honestly think you're having an episode right now, a little bit of a mental breakdown.
Because I'm happy. First time I'm ever happy on the podcast, and you have to try and drag me down with your diagnoses.
Why are you so happy? What is going on? Actually, you are in a good mood, and it's bugging me now. What is going on?
I'm just happy.
Because like Tom Spurlong is the villain in the story, but like this fucking weird mirage of joy over here is just like completely. I don't even know what to do with this.
Your favorite episodes are when I have a breakdown about how many people I upset every day.
But
I've found peace, and now you're upset with me.
But it feels like you're on something. Are you on drugs or something? Like this. Honestly, you don't.
Just a happy, fun-loving boy, corduroy boy.
I'm going to finish my Tom Spurlong story.
Yeah.
And then I'm leaving and I'm not coming back.
We have to record a Patreon podcast exclusive for the Patreons at patreon.com/parenting.
I want to see a change in demeanour from you for that. I really want to see a change in demeanour. I
thought you were demeanour one on the podcast.
So, pint of mine. You said pint of mine earlier, and I was supposed to give that a reaction. He was upset I didn't give that a reaction. But of course, it's hard. What behaviour would I be encouraging? And now he's gone with, I said to change his demeanour, and he says, but I thought you were demeanour one. And he expects to get encouraged in this behaviour. Look at this. And I think we are seeing a mental breakdown live. I honestly think you're having an episode right now. What is wrong with you? Look, lad, you're having a stroke. You're having a stroke. I've never seen.
Time to act fast.
You are absolutely giving yourself brain damage right now.
That was a good little gag. Demeanor one?
I wouldn't be surprised if during this you shit your pants. Like you look like you're imploding. I'm finishing my Tom Spurlong story.
Okay.
You just want to distract because you're fucking pro Spurlong. So anyway, I've Spurlong there. I give Spurlong the lighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as an olive branch, and me, and letting the other people know, I'm not going to judge this man. Do you know what Spurlong does? He lights up a cigarette, looks me straight in the eyes, and fucks the lighter on the ground. After I give him the lighter, right? And now, in this moment, there's a lot of people out in the smoking area.
That's a dastardly move.
It's absolutely dastardly. Dog ignorant. Ignorance Olympics. Gold medal. Tom Spurlong.
It's worse than ignorant.
Yeah,
it's more active than ignorant.
But so this is what I would say. Where does that end? If you're capable of that, where does that lack of morality and consideration end? Murder? Are you capable of murder?
Everyone's capable of murder.
But some more than others, and Spurlong more than all.
Just because he's a beefy boy.
He's a very beefy boy. And that was the thing, though. Because in that moment, I've been like shockingly disrespected in front of a load of people as well. Like, people are like, oh, fuck's sake. People are watching. But I can't do anything if I try to do anything. He'll literally be 10 minutes from now, he'll be like picking the last of me out of his teeth. Just burping after just eating the last few toes on my foot. The rest of me in his fucking belly. You know? But then I think to myself, what enables this? What enables this level of sheer fucking ignorance? Now,
yes, man.
Huh?
Yes, man, enable this.
That's right. Not only that, yes, man, adults. I blame the adults. I've seen it happen in GAA as well.
Yeah.
Talented young players just get fucking this weird sycophantic fucking like because Spurlong in Wexford, this is Wexford, New Ross, right? It's not even fucking that big a fucking nursery of rugby players, right? So he's he's just Lord Fuckwit down there. He's like fucking, what's his name? Joffrey Lallister, just an evil, sadistic boy king. And he just has these old men just being like, oh, Jesus, Tom, have my wife. Please fuck my wife, please. And then he's like, no, ugly. And Marie, why didn't you wear the red dress? Yeah. And he's just been, his whole life, he's just been fucking. So then he just gets to a point where lighter just fucks it on the ground. But in my head, it's like, and I don't think anyone's going to crack the code of who.
No, not at all.
Tom Spurlong is.
No.
But then next thing, he's out, he's on the paper and he's like, oh, Tom Spurlong's school for kids who can't wank or whatever.
And want to learn how to do other things good too.
What is this? A school for ants? This has to be at least three times this size.
People are hailing him as like a good Zoolander reference.
I need to give it to him.
But so people are hailing him as like a good guy. So, but in that moment, you didn't push. You didn't think someone has to fucking stop this fella here.
But see, the thing
even
is,
with
like,
words,
I had to just kind of like go.
Did you have to pick up the lighter?
I did, and it was. Let me tell you, the vaginas dried up. It was. You could hear them just. Every woman that was watching,
sound like a Dyson Airblade.
Yeah, they decided I cannot reproduce with that man. Me, I was depantsed. I was castrated. I was flayed publicly.
By Tom Spurlong.
By Tom Spurlong. By the devious Tom Spurlong. By your beloved Tom Spurlong. He's a crook, a villain.
And you've held it against him ever since, and by extension the whole Irish rugby team.
You better believe it. But not only that, I went to the Commerce in UCD, which is like fucking absolute headquarters of Dublin 4 fucking wank boxes. Johnny Sexton was in my year. Now he didn't turn up much. To be fair, now I can't really. I've nothing really on Sexton that much, but I feel he's a bad egg. but nothing to prove it. But all the D4 people.
Tommy Spexton.
Huh?
Tommy Spexton.
Tommy fucking Spexton. Ronnie Lexton. So, but all the D4s. So I just hate them as people are a disgrace.
D4, yeah, that's like it's very posh Dublin people.
Yeah, but they talk like that. You're like, how are you doing? Like, it's really like weird Dublin 4. And it's like, we went to Blackrock.
Yeah,
we
the
went to,
Blackrock boys.
private school,
Yeah.
And they have this weird hazing culture, but they're dreadful people. And
that's the worst aspect of rugby is that private school, hazing, licking stuff out of each other's bums.
That's right.
Sucking each other's dicks for a forfeit or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just all very strange. And like, it's not that it's gay, but it's that they're probably the most homophobic guys and they're doing all this weird homoerotic stuff, and it's just this, it's almost a branch of homophobia that's so homophobic, it's like, what should the punishment be? Gay stuff. That's because that's the worst thing you could do.
So there's a movie called, I believe it's Handsome Devil, or it could be Red Devil, but it's about a guy who's gay in one of those schools, like one of those South Dublin schools.
Loving it.
And it's a great movie.
Because he's just like, oh, I fucked up again. Oh, the challenge was walk down the street. Fuck, I fell over.
You've summed up the whole movie, yes. No, you don't even need to watch it. You've seen it. He's nailed that.
That's a sketch. Just the gay guy at the rugby initiation.
Yeah.
Going, oh, you lost, you get the punishment. You're like, oh, fuck, what's the punishment? You have to put your face in that guy's ass. Oh,
what the hell? Oh, can I just say one of my favorite jokes ever? Just because it's on this, like, it's kind of on this topic of like being reluctantly gay or pretending to be. So there's two gay fellas. And
I think I know the joke.
I'd say
they move in together?
Huh?
They move in together?
No. So, two gay fellas. One gay guy says to the other gay guy, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do now. We're going to play a game of hide and go seek.
I love this joke.
And if you find me, you get to fuck me in the ass. I'll be behind the couch. And I think that's the greatest joke.
It's a Norm joke, isn't it? Yeah, of course it's a Norm Macdonald joke. It's just
the best
I'll be
fucking
behind
thing
the couch.
I'll be behind the couch. So I have another Irish rugby player story, like an actual real life story with another Irish rugby player, but we'll
exclusively for the Patreon.
We'll do that on
Sign up at patreon.com/parenting. Thank you for listening. We will see you on the Patreon. We would appreciate it. Oh wait, no, fucking plug shows.
Oh, so April 17th, I'm going to be in Top Secret doing a completely different show than I did on March 20th.
New show, baby.
Yeah,
I won't be there.
Different show. Where are you going to be?
On tour, baby.
Oh, you're on tour. Do I have any other shows? God, this is fucking sad if I don't. Well,
Edinburgh. You've got your Edinburgh.
I've got my Edinburgh show, and they're going to be on sale. So Edinburgh, it's going to be 10:15 at the Beehive. Mike Rice, Hand of a Sinner is the name of the show. And get tickets on edinburghfringe.com.
Lovely. I'm on tour. The first batch of the tour sold out. We have last few ticket warnings for London at Leicester Square Theatre, Aberdeen, Sheffield, Nottingham, and Cardiff. Those are all on last few tickets. And as to make up for that, like, slight brag there, Southampton, Cambridge, and Darwin, please buy tickets.
Is that not doing well? Are they not doing well?
I don't know why I ever thought
I could. People in Darwin? You don't got little fucking Vino heads in Darwin?
I don't know why I ever thought I could sell tickets in Southampton, Cambridge, or Darwin. And I haven't had an update from Limerick or Galway yet because they're fucking useless. But if you could buy tickets for those, that would be great as well because that would be great. Come along, and then my Edinburgh Fringe show will be at Monkey Barrel at 6:25, but it's not announced yet, so
nice.
Great. Take care. See you on the patreon.com/parenting.
Bye.
Really hurt my knees.